Hey everybody, Steven here, and for today's video, it's actually kind of a follow-up video. I did one where I was showing you ways to build strength in the hand-foot crawl, which a lot of people know as a bear crawl. This is actually one showing you how to build strength in your inverted crawl, which is what we call it in MoveNat, which is just me here, which a lot of people know as a crab walk, right? So I get people that struggle in that position where maybe they get there and either they can't even get into the position, maybe it's just too tough for them right now, or they can get a couple steps and then they fall. We want to build strength in that so that we can actually do this for a set distance or a set amount of paces. So first thing that we're going to do if we're here, right? Easiest thing, and it's just like the hand-foot crawl, is that I want to do holds where I'm here and I'm going to pick up my body like this, making sure that the hand is stacked directly underneath the shoulder. I see a lot of people where they're here. They're too far apart. And as they're pulling forward like that, they're actually putting more tension on their trap. I want to be stacked in like this, okay? Now once I'm here, okay, I don't need to lock the joint out. I can have a little bit of bend here, pushed through, and I'll hold this for a set amount of time. This could be 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 30 seconds, right? When you start getting towards that 25, 30 second mark, at that point you have enough strength in it. I know you can most likely go for a set distance or amount of paces forward or backwards, right? So we have the hold first. If I wanted to build even more strength with that, I have a med ball here that's 20 pounds. I could lap load this. Now, I don't need a med ball. I could put something in a backpack, right? You most likely have something around your house where you can actually load that up and put that in here, right? So you can put this on your lap and just hold this. And this is actually one of the benefits of the inverted crawl, is that as I put this on my lap, I can then move with it, right? So I can actually lap load something and carry it underneath something, right? I'll actually do this with my son. We'll lay him on top of me and I'll actually crawl with him. Adds a little bit more of a different dynamic to it, right? So you have the two holds right there. And then after that, we can move into limb lifts, which is actually what we do with the hand-foot crawl as well. So I can be in this position, right? And then I can just start with singles where I'm here and I'm just going to lift one limb. 1, 2, move to the next one. 1, 2, move my hand. 1, 2, which you're going to see more shifting with the hand, right? 1, 2, and I can just go all the way around. Starting there. The hands are going to be much harder. The feet I could do easily, right? I could extend, right? I could hold it. I could move this around. That's easier. When you get to the hand and you have to shift, that's where it's harder. Because I'm asking for this to load up a lot of weight now. Usually what people are feeling though is their wrist, okay? That's one of the common complaints I see with this. And this really has to do with, and that is for just doing the movement itself, either inverted or hand foot. I hear it on both. One of the things I like to bring up and talk about though is something that we talk about in medical exercise, which is Wolff's law, which just states that if I don't have any type of stimulation to my connective tissue in an area, for instance, my wrists, there's really no need for there to be strength there. My body's not going to invest energy in making my wrist, as far as the connective tissue, very, very strong. I start doing movements like this and adding that stimulus. Over time, it will get stronger. So yes, it may feel uncomfortable. Make sure we're doing drills, and I'll actually, I have a video I'll link at the end of this which shows some forearm stuff that you can do to help stretch that out. Eventually I'll start doing some videos where I show you specific drills that I do with movement and stuff like that to work on that connective tissue. But these two, whether it's the inverted crawl or the hand-foot crawl, is something that always leads to eventually, right? So once we're here though, and I do those singles, if your wrist does start to hurt on this, maybe it's not my full weight. Maybe it's just I shift a little bit. There's less weight on this hand over here. I have a little bit and I'm feeling that, and then I can shift a little bit, right? After that, this builds into going into that contralateral pattern though, where I'm lifting opposite limbs, right? Contralateral just means lifting opposite limbs, right? So now I have this hand up, and then I shift, right? 1, 2, and I can shift. 1, 2. With this movement, I'm never really going to go ipsilateral, right? Which is same side. You're not going to see me do this, right? Lifting these both same sides. This one's strictly just that contralateral. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'll typically do that as reps, 10 total, right? 20 total, right? That being with a 10 total, that's 5 per side. or the 20 total, 10 per side, right? Alternating back and forth. And you can take it in stages. Don't force yourself to go so far that you end up like, okay, now this just hurts and I'm causing an injury, right? Know what your boundaries are, push a little bit beyond them, but don't push yourself so far that you end up getting hurt, right? You wake up like, dude, now my wrist just hurts, right? We have to gradually build that strength up with that. So after that, if you get to the point where you are doing these contralateral lifts and you can do 10 to 20, at that point, once I'm here, I'm literally just striding forward, right? I lift up and I come forward. So now I can actually just do the movement, right? You'll be strong enough. Just paying attention to those small cues like the shoulder, so we're not doing this, and you have everything locked down. So we're using the muscles that we want to use, and we're not putting tension, for instance, on our neck. So hopefully that helps anybody if they're trying to build some strength or looking for some drills with the the inverted crawl here. If you guys like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all the content that I pump out, hit the subscribe button for me. And thank you so much for watching.